Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today, we shall be discussing All the Queen's Men, brought to you by Tyler Perry, as we talk about Season 4, Episode 14. And as we predicted, next week, Madam takes the stand, because this week, the concierge took the stand for a total of 3 minutes. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You can like on the video and comment on the video and all that kind of stuff. Let's just get to it. Oh, wait. I got to do it now. Wait. This is going to be funny. Wait. You ready? Wait. I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. All righty. The court continues. Be careful of what you eat and know your status, apparently, when it comes to certain things. Kim, where would you like to begin?
Well, I guess for me, it was the part with Jean in the restaurant. When she just comes walking in, as Madam does, right? Just sashaying in, looking all good, right? And then she was just kind of talking to him just very casually, calm and Now, to me, that's a clear sign that she's pissed. From just watching her, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's always calm before the storm, right?
Okay.
And then she goes off. So I was kind of like, oh, okay, she's about to do something to him. Didn't know what it was. I kind of thought that Tommy was going to come behind him and like choke him out or something. Yeah. Anything could, or shoot him in the back or something like that. But then I was like, no, she's in a restaurant and she wants to preserve this restaurant, right? She doesn't want to be like having it shot up or, you know, anything like that, right? So she's going to do casually. She's going to get rid of this guy. As soon as she ordered the milk and cookies, I'm telling you, I knew that's what was going to happen. I thought it was like some type like arsenic or something.
Right. You thought poison, yes. Not that he had a nut allergy.
How did he know that?
I don't. But question: how does he not know that? And then be like, I just in general have an EpiPen with me just in case, because you never, unless you ask very often, you don't necessarily know what's in your food. You know what I'm saying? You're right. Trusting that the people. So the fact that he just started eating, you would think he would have his own pen and be like, aha, I got it. You know, he's depending on the person who poisoned him to get. So that could have went a different way, because it could have been, I can get to you if I want to. So here's an EpiPen so you can live. Now I need you on my side. I thought that's maybe where she was going with that, since she did offer the pen. But when it turned out to be a dud and then he just sat there and died, I was like, awesome. Like I did not see nut allergy coming on that part. What's up, DeMarcus? And as always, a solid 10. DeMarcus, you are high rating. I never seen less than 7 out of you.
Honestly, a 10?
I was like,
I thought it was filler, David and DeMarcus. I'm sorry. I felt like this was filler, and it was over so quickly. Now, was it actually 45 minutes? I don't think so. I was like, this is quick.
See, that speaks to the quality of the episode, I would submit, because it kept on going so fast. You're like, oh my God, it's over already. Because when it's boring, you like, okay. God damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it, you like, all right, 20 more minutes? I'm like, shit, all right, let's see. So, I mean, because they kind of covered a lot of ground, because his death on most shows would have been the episode finale. Because, you know, it's a major thing. What happens after that, you know, how they clean up the body. But that's the beginning of the episode, and we got more story to tell. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the fact that they started on such a high note, I was like, oh, and again, I thought Madam has killed a lot of people in a lot of different ways. As we even they gave us 2 highlights in this episode. Like, if she would have shot him, I wouldn't have thought twice about it. If Tommy, to your point, if Tommy or even Blue would have came up and choked him out with some kind of chain or something and killed him, all that would have been on the table, and all that would have made sense. Because apparently the lady worked behind the bar was working for her, because she was like, yes, madam. And somehow she took over the bar from Tony, which should be a problem. Like, Tony should have been there, or have been like, oh my God, you're killing my business partner in this club. Right. So I like the creativity of that. Madam about to lose her job. I'm assuming because we're talking about, so this is what I want to get into. So this is kind of connected. So Jean's death should connect to Tony and should connect to Doc, who overheard them talking about the plot to take over the club last episode when he was at the restaurant, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought it was completely weird that hearing someone plotting on your boss, that you like, when I see her, I'll tell her.
I thought that was weird too. I was like, Doc, you should have been on your cell phone when you got in your car.
I mean,
look, this is what's going on.
Right there, right there. Madam, listen to this. He I'ma go home, go to sleep, get up, go to the gym. Hey, bruh, you know what I heard yesterday? Crazy. Somebody trying to take over the club. Really? Yeah. You gonna tell madam? Yeah, when I get to work. That's what happens. Oh, okay. Well. Hey, madam. Showed up on time. Anywho, by the way, while you smoking and trying to do yoga, where the fuck, meditation, smoking meditation. Yeah, somebody's trying to take over your club. Heard a couple of people talking. Okay, well, no, thank you. I appreciate that. I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna keep on going. It really confused me about the scene. One, why is the emergency exit right next to her meditation section, which don't make any sense? And he don't go back out the same door. No, he keeps on going through like she's just sitting there in the hallway or some shit. And I'm like, what? I was like, I don't. I'm sorry how this place is constructed. But yeah, it just seemed that
it's a Tyler Perry studio. Okay, so
right, it's because everything's in one studio apartment. But just hilarious that he was just like, I think your sister Tony or Jean, whoever. Oh, I just killed that guy. Thank you for letting me know now, because I already killed him. Yeah, it would have been nice if you told me earlier.
No. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I saw him in the back. He was like, I'm coming for you, Grandma. I did like she acknowledged the basic instinct. I like that she was like, hey, I gave you a little bit. He was like, just in case y'all didn't know what happened. She was up.
But this was the funny part. He was like a cat when she came walking up. Hey, how you doing? He is very scared of her and very, you can tell.
Yes.
But when he's with the sister Tony, he's kind of like whatever, talking trash. And I'm like, but all the things that you say to Tony, you would never say to Madam because you have fear of her. So it was really funny when he was like, no, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, you are terrified that this woman is going to kill you right now. But she's not. There's one thing, Madam does stupid things, but she's not stupid, right? Like she does odd things, but she's not stupid. Yeah.
I feel, again, this is Tyler Perry's world. And I would say the writer of these episodes have done a great job of like mixing things up for Tyler Perry. And so I any kind of death would have been on the table and somehow she would have got away with it. Hello, Candy. How are you? And this kind of goes to Raphael Damascus's testimony. When he walked in and it was like, I was like, what?
I forgot that was his name. I'm not even going to lie. I was like, who is that?
The concierge.
Concierge. When he walked in, I was like, oh my God. Christian Keys, I don't know what this man is drinking or taking. He just oozes sex appeal. Just walks in just slowly and just sits. And I was like, oh my God. It's just so sexy. And then, but also Madam is that way too. Like Eva is very, very beautiful to me. And she's very, and she's very, the way that she dresses is meticulous. And then the way that she uses her words and the way she says them, Eva is, in my opinion, doing a really good job of being this person.
So let's real quick. We'll take this to Blue's therapy session.
Oh my God.
Where her therapist suggests that maybe she's in love with Madam, which there could be something, some level.
Yeah.
And she's like, just because she's a beautiful woman doesn't mean I want, just and because I'm a lesbian don't mean I want her. I was like, but your boss is very beautiful. I mean, she could almost be an international model. I mean, yes. She would have said that would have been some good writing actually right there too. But to my point, that's why she is this way. That's who she is. You know what I'm saying? Like she's bringing the runway to the character, you know what I'm saying? And you have to have that mindset at all times, especially playing this particular character.
Mm-hmm.
But I like I like the fact that the writer made some effort to address the logical question of how is the concierge a witness and not a defendant?
Right.
Like,
yes.
Like we got immunity. I convinced the DA I don't do this stuff anymore, and I'm like, this don't. All right, you're making an effort. It don't make sense, but you're making an effort.
Right. Because I was like, come on now, all of these crimes you knew she just like what the woman said. All these crimes. I'm sorry, the lawyer said on Madam's lawyer. All these crimes that you're saying that Madam did, you did them with her. You knew about them. You have video of them. But just like he said, you said that you took her out the video. Does that not mean that you can put her back in the video?
So again, these are great. It's great that the writer's making some kind of effort to address these kind of issues, because the contradiction is too obvious of like how. Right. But because again, the money launderer, which Madam is, should not be worse than the person she's laundering money for, which would be Raphael and his whole drug cartel that he's in charge of. Like that would be the bigger fish. Like, we're gonna let you go so we can get this organization. But again, as DeMarcus points out, why didn't he mention the beheading of his wife? Which that would be more accurate.
But he doesn't actually have proof of that one. He doesn't have any kind of visuals to say that she did that. So they could mention it, but it's not going to be relevant, because what proof do you have that she did that?
So true. Again, but even the video proof of what she did doesn't make sense. Like, he was not there when she burned down the halfway house.
Yes.
He was not there when she pushed that guy out of the hospital window. And the video's footage that they're showing in the courtroom is in fact the cinematic footage that we saw as they were filming the episode, which doesn't make sense unless he had drones flying like El Fuego was dealing with, that was just flying around watching all her crimes. And to that point, you should want to believe that they had a drone when she killed the father-in-law, and somehow had a drone when she cut off the wife's head. Like, I was like, what? Like, you can't show this footage, and the courtroom's gonna be like, yeah, that makes sense. And then you don't even need him at that point. You could be like, our investigators somehow found the footage,
right?
And then you can put them both on trial, because again, you should be looking at Raphael, at the concierge as the bigger criminal organization.
Right.
By the way, y'all, burning down and killing everyone in the halfway house and pushing said dude out the hospital window wasn't even mentioned in the opening statement of PA Rods.
Well, she didn't know about it. And concierge, he just came to them because remember, he was a surprise witness.
That's right. I'm sorry. She said that. She's like, I didn't know. Hello. How are you? It didn't. Yeah, I was like, you should have your ducks in a row. You should know what murders you're gonna prosecute, and how he's even telling the truth, because maybe he's trying to get a good deal, so you're not trying to investigate him for all the stuff he's been up to.
And he's a scorned lover. He's a scorned lover.
As they didn't even really acknowledge, only the defense attorney kind of acknowledged that, to be like, you could just be, which he kind of is a little bit.
He definitely is.
I mean, why didn't she flash him? Could get rid of either Tommy Blue or Smoke in this season. Tommy and Blue are too important. I mean, maybe Smoke, but I mean, he's not even important enough that she would care. El Fuego, like one of the dancers would make, like Trouble would be, now she's gotten promoted to solo performer.
Yeah.
We talked anyway. So I think Tommy and Blue are gonna be all right. Unless again, I think Blue's gonna have to end up killing her therapist.
Oh yeah, when they were having this whole session, I was like, this woman is asking strategic questions. She keeps bringing it back to Madam. Yeah. So why do you keep doing that? Now it could be her strategy is to try to make Blue understand her own feelings about Madam. But then on the other side of that, no, it seems to me like you keep bringing it back.
Yeah.
Because someone is telling you we need Blue to incriminate
Madam.
Yeah. So we're gonna keep you going. We're gonna. It's a recording device somewhere in here. There's video somewhere in here, and I think Blue is missing all of that. But I think she's gonna get it, and she is gonna have to take care of that lady.
That would be good if we find out Detective Davis, like you said, behind somehow followed Blue, figured out she was going to a therapist, talked to the therapist, and was like, "Hey, we need you to shape this to a certain thing." Because she's already admitted to killing people. So now, like you said, now we need you to help gather evidence. That would be a good way to kind of flush that out. And then, but then Blue will be on camera killing her. So then we got to figure out a way where she gets killed and somehow law enforcement doesn't know about it. But Blue's gonna be like, you're doing too much, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, and there's something going on here. I disagree. I feel like Doc has the magic stick. I feel like that's what we're saying, because he said, "Is there anything else you want to do here?" And she was like, "Your penis." Like it wasn't the other way around.
Yes.
Like she came there for the penis, for the record, because she wanted to confirm that he wasn't sleeping with the old girl. And once she confirmed that, she was like, "Let me get back to what I like to do." Excuse me. So I feel like he more did the seduction in that particular scene, but that still shows that there's still something in play with them.
Something's going on between those two. Yeah. I don't think he's gonna ever go against Madam, but I think that there is something. I think Doc actually likes Detective Davis in some way. I don't think he's in love with her, but I think he does like the Rock, right?
Yeah, or again, he could. Hey, she came over. Why not, girl? Like, or
maybe setting her up, right?
Or again, just trying to get her off the trail. Like, if you're trying to investigate, then let me distract you with said penis. And maybe that's it. Penis, Midnight. So
what is that about with Midnight? Like, I thought he was filming her.
He was what?
I thought he would be filming the. What's
he did? Well, he recorded her. He did,
right? He did. Okay,
yeah. No, so, but saying I didn't see that coming, because I thought, Midnight's a killer, at least as we saw in season 1, right?
Absolutely.
So I thought he brought her over to kill her, and then he was just gonna get rid of the body. But the writer made him smart to be like, let me record her saying, for the record, I just made all this stuff up. I just needed some leverage over you. And then after he pulled it out, I guess made sure that it was recorded. He was like, now I'm gonna get my dick sucked, because this, and I don't need anybody to hear that. But but now he can go clear his name. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I was like, okay, that I like
that's a better way to do it than to all of a sudden Midnight she dies, and this is a woman who had charges against you. Now she's dead. We got to investigate you, Midnight, to find out why.
Hold up. No one has even asked where Lola is, or even found her entrails.
Nobody saying anything about Lola.
Davis called and kind of, hey girl, could you call me when you get a chance? I'm a little click. Went straight to fucking Doc and was like, penis, please. I'm like, this woman is dead. Like, how are you not gonna see that? And I was like, it's like no one cares. Like you said, we said last week. The husband hasn't even been like, my wife has not been home in 3-4 days.
Yes.
Like, insane. It was quick. It was 42 episodes. So again, I think Team Davis, I mean, she's a good looking woman. Jean Marks, not dead. Okay, DeMarcus, how do we get there? Cassandra is the waitress. Look at you, always know these names, or maybe just making it up. I don't know. I love Doc Bolo. He's a little delayed. So I mean, Doc did really good this one. He's a little delayed. I don't know. I mean, he's slow. Oh, you mean like his delivery, or just the way he talks? Like he talks like he's slow, which he does. Like he's very.
He does. He's kind of slow with it. He's not slow, but his delivery of his lines are a little slow.
Yeah, like speaking of that, Bubba Gump is back.
He's always popping up, like he's always talking to Quincy. It seems.
Yeah, but I was like, again, logical writing. I'm like, ask the question. Who is this sugar mama? Oh, girl, this she buy me a car. Give me $1,000 a week. I was like, ask. He's like, what's her name? It was like, Miss Tandy, the mayor. No, you know what she did to me. I was like, this makes sense. This makes sense. And I was like, all right, we feed into this. So that goes to Tandy being upset that Babyface's knees won't be ready. She can't get bent over, as she said. Which I'm not sure why the knees has anything to do with her being bent over. You can bend yourself over. I don't I don't get that. Also,
well, I mean, he has to kind of get, he's tall, right?
oh,
He's gonna bend his knees a little bit if he's gonna go from the back, right? I mean, depending on what's happening.
She can bend herself. Now, if she said I have to do all the work, like I have to ride him, that would actually make more of a logical. That'd be a more logical.
That's what I thought she was saying. Yeah.
But then we already see you fucking the son. Like you should be like, so she should have told him until you get your knees together, I'm gonna be on my knees for your son. Or I mean,
you
something.
Need to move out. Yeah, you need to go.
Yeah, you're not living up to your part of the contract. Dr. Wu not helping Madam with her prescription. I thought that was a different doctor, and then the doctor that's helping Babyface, I didn't think was the same doctor. So no, he's more of a natural herbist type of doctor. Like she needs actual prescriptions. So that's a different type of. But
I could have sworn like a couple of episodes ago there wasn't the doctor that she was trying to get the prescription from. I believe he was Asian also.
He was Asian also.
I'm not trying to say all Asians look alike because that is not true. There's all different types of Asians. That's not what I'm saying, people. But I am saying that they kind of favor.
They kind of. It's not the same doctor. It's not the same doctor because they killed him.
Yeah,
Tommy killed him. So that's what I was about to say. He's dead, and I was like, no, David, they're different Asians, but like they were both Asian. But yes. Tommy killed him because he wasn't doing well with the stuff. It would be interesting if Quincy finds out that her election was rigged and threatens Tandy to expose this information. But there's no reason to threaten her because she's taking care of him on top of taking care of his daddy. So but. Speaking of, again, not using Tandy correctly, I'm confused on why, again, we talked about this. Why is Madam not focusing Tandy on the trial instead of this whole eminent domain
to
get the rest
I don't know what that whole eminent domain. Okay, so that's taken care of. So when is a Madam gonna say to her, look, get your dog off of me, your best friend, get that bitch to leave me the hell alone.
Or at this point, the judge. I mean, it's like the judge or the jury, right? Like at this point, the DA Rods is gonna do what she's gonna do, but I mean, ultimately, it's gonna come down to the judge and the jury. So if she can get the judge to call a mistrial, dismissed with prejudice,
without prejudice,
with prejudice, because with prejudice they can't bring back. So dismiss the charges with prejudice, then she'll be fine. And so I'm again to your point. I don't understand why we haven't gotten there. And she's so concerned about the kind of fake. I guess.
Yeah, I'm hoping that she has to go through the judge. I'm hoping that she figures out Tommy or Blue figure out something with this judge, get him or put him in a compromising position, and then she's like, "You need to get rid of these charges now." Yeah.
See, the problem is. She don't have those kind of women on her roster. She only has men. So unless he could be gay. I mean, it's Tyler Perry, so you never know. Maybe the judge likes penis. I mean, that's very Tyler Perry.
On the down low.
I mean, Tyler Perry loves that shit. So I'm surprised that actually hasn't came up. But I'm saying, even if we try to go the other way, she don't have no kind of women on her roster. Blue definitely ain't the one. Also, I know we talked about this. Look, this club, we've said this many, many, many times at this point. These women will scream for anyone on that stage, no matter the race, size, gender, as long as they're gyrating in some type of way. They're like, I'm like, there is nothing sexy about Blue. About Trouble from a straight woman point of view, which is what that crowd should be.
Well, I think that there could be some bisexual women in the audience, right? That's common, right?
All right,
but people you don't think of bisexual are bisexual, and that could be it. That's who Trouble. That's her audience. It's either a lesbian or it's going to be, some women who are bisexual or adventurous, right?
Yeah. But again, that is the exception, not the rule. True. That's what I'm saying. But like, it doesn't matter. Like, she's like, "Go ahead, girl," and she just like, also the women like, I'm like, no.
For me, I was like, what? I got my drink at that point because I'm like,
right. I'm like, listen,
Trouble. that
this ain't
just
it.
turning
Like,
on
where's
him.
El Fuego? Where's I mean, where's Midnight? Like, where's
Yeah.
the main crew? You know, or at
Right.
least a man. Like, bring Big D out there. Like, give me a man and a woman, and then whoever likes who, you can do that.
Right.
But anyway. So she gets the champagne introduction to the VIP section, which I was like, wow, I didn't know she's gonna get all that.
Yeah.
I
mean,
like
she saved Madam. Like that. If anything after this, anything else happens, that's not on Trouble. Trouble saved Madam up to this point. Right?
She did,
yeah.
and Madam, and she didn't have to. Madam, rewarded her for her loyalty, and I thought that was a great, again, way to show the character of Madam, of being like, if you stick by me, I stick by you, and I give you what you want, and that kind of thing.
Right.
And it's champagne and all that, and everybody's up, Babyface being a hater. Everybody was there for her, really, and that's consistent, and I like that. I was asking, where's the fluffer? I mean, because we put a lot of effort into Breeze last week, and I was like, is she working tonight? I'm like, where's Breeze at? And then I would love for Breeze to be like, hey, Trouble, would you like some attention? And she's like, no, never mind, I can take care of myself, or something. Like, just,
well, I don't know if Trouble needs a fluffer. Maybe she probably doesn't. I don't think she does. Remember, the fluffing part is more so so that the man is erect when he gets out there.
You got nipples.
Erecting on.
You got nipples. You got nipples. You'd be like,
air conditioner can make her nipples.
I'm just saying, she could be like, hey, gotta make sure you lubricated for whatever. I don't know. But I need the mechanics of it. I just need to see her being like, Trouble, you next, and she like, no, that's okay. Like that, it just be funny to me, because I'm not sure why we got this fluffer thing going on in the first damn place.
Well, I told you the fluffer is to make the men.
Storytelling wise, it don't make sense. Like, I mean, you had one, she died, and then all of a sudden you got to replace her. I'm like, this is not necessary. But anyway, drones. So El Fuego is being chased by the surveyor drone.
You don't think that that's Raphael? I think it is. I think it's him trying to really just drive this dude crazy so that he can. Because I feel like Fuego is kind of losing it, because he is becoming very paranoid.
He is.
And I think Raphael is continuing the pressure on him, because he thinks that's the one that will crack and get.
So if that was his goal, then I don't see him. I see your point. I don't think he would go through all that. I think taking the stand is one part. I think he would be more direct. Like, I really have no clue who's messing with El Fuego at this point. Like, it is hilarious though, and it could
be the dad though. It could be the young lady's dad who hired some people to like follow Fuego and to see what's happening. Because remember, the dad didn't believe him when he was saying that he didn't know anything about really what happened. The dad was kind of like, I don't trust you. I don't believe you, right?
Yeah. So that, I mean, that's fair. I mean, so I would like to see that. There was no sisters or smoke this episode. There was no daddy this episode. No. And since he's back up with no teeth, but he's running around. You don't see him. I thought Concierge was going to hit harder with the testimony. I mean, so the only thing harder would have been she cut off my wife's head, or again. Put that aside. She should be on trial for RICO or racketeering or whatever those things are.
So many things. When he said they were laundering money, I'm like, this should be a RICO.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it should be like, I have the evidence. He said it like, it was like $3 or $4 million. Like, that should be it. Like, forget the murders. Focus on, we gave you immunity, and we just need to show that she's a money launderer. You're done. So I like, again, realistic. The judges, her lawyer's like, we need to start talking plea, because it ain't looking good for you. But again, money laundering, they have evidence, they have records. Like, there should be evidence for that. And even if we get past the murder, you're not getting past this RICO stuff. Like, we need to start talking. Deal. And I like the fact.
I wanted to. How does he have? Okay, so with money laundering, you're taking money from like the streets or whatever your illegal stuff is, and you're mixing it together with legal money. How do you have proof of that? How do you have proof of that?
So like it's not, it's money transfers. It's not that you're mixing it with legal money. You're giving it a legal origin. That's what they're doing.
But you don't involve banks though.
You can. I mean, if you can transfer the money, if it can look like the money was transferred from a legal bank to you, and then therefore you wrote a loan, that's how you got the money. You have to justify how you got the money. So that's where the laundering comes in. But she was funneling money through like other businesses, right? So there would have been large amounts of money transfers or even cash money. How are you? Your club was not making $4 or $5 million a year. That don't even make sense. Like forensic accountants would be like, that's not physically possible, you know what I'm saying, for you to make that kind of money. And you took in, you put out more money than you took in, and there should be a record where that money come from. So that's how they could have went with that, and then they could have gotten with that. They've already talked, they are Kermit the Frog and talk about the guillotine, but never found no evidence of the guillotine being used. Maybe concierge had access to the footage because it's his computer equipment. But again, it's how it's shot. Like it's like they zoomed in on her face. That's a drone or something because it's a TV show. Absolutely. And they wanted to show that. There's no surveillance camera that would have did that. And it took this long for that stuff to come out. It was just like, but again, they tried to make an effort to kind of explain all that, but it's just ridiculous. Like usually they should have a standalone black and white surveillance camera or something like that, and that makes a little bit more sense. I believe Samuel's father has the drone flying over El Fuego and Big D. Okay.
That's what I think too. I think so too, DeMarcus. I think it could be possibly her dad who is like trying to kind of get evidence because he believes that Fuego is the one who murdered her. So he's trying to get evidence.
Or knows more about it than he's saying.
Right, exactly.
I know at least more. Yeah. Like I said, the lawyer was like, "You need to plead this out." Nima, Nima was the young lady. And I was like, and she was the one in the thumbnail. I knew there was something wrong. So the thumbnail for last week's episode was actually from this week's episode because it was Nima in the cafe calling Midnight or talking to Midnight on the phone. And I was like, and sometimes I don't know. I don't know why they get mixed up like this. But they do get mixed up. Dime is a hypocrite because she's always getting on Babyface for not getting to know his son. However, Dime afraid to take a pregnancy test. That's not the same thing. To let Big D and M. That's not the same thing. Like she knows she's gonna have a baby. Like she's not ignoring her baby. So that's not the same thing. But I thought with the champagne coming out, this is gonna be the standard. Everybody gets a glass except for her. And then Amp is like, why are you not drinking? No, I don't know. And that's, and then we get the logical but again, conveniently, Big D is like, not me. I got 10 more years if I have a child. And then Amp is like, I would love to be a father, playing with my son, being there with my daughter. I would love to be a parent. I'm just saying, conveniently. I mean, just coincidentally, that happens. And she's like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But again, it's interesting. It's the lesbian who's like, let's get this ball rolling so we can figure out what our next steps are. Again, if you're living with the woman, by now I would imagine enough time has passed where like body is changing. Like you should be like, you gaining weight or something. You'd be like, there's something going on.
Get big first, then the belly starts to fill out, then your hips and your thighs start to round. I mean, it happens. Depending on the woman, it can happen within 3 months. It can happen within 6 months. That 7th or 8th month, you're gonna blow up.
So I'm like, we're not sure how much time has passed, but somebody should be noticing something. And Amp should be the first one to be like. And then if you're living with someone, there's signs of period. There's signs of period happening. Yes. And then there's signs when there's not period happening. I'm like, why am I not seeing this? Why is this not happening? Like, and none of this seems to be going off in Amp's head. For that. So all Midnight had to do was to pretend to be her girlfriend for quite to be the boyfriend. That was crazy. For her to quit. That was insane. That girl's like, I just want you to be on my side, baby. Amp was in this episode.
He was.
Yeah, he was.
No.
Yes,
What was he doing?
Amp again. She sat on his lap when they were talking about when she brought in the champagne glasses and they were talking about kids. He said, yes, he did.
Okay. Yeah, but he wasn't a lot.
He
Yeah.
wasn't in a lot of this episode, but he was in that room because again, he said, "I want to be a father." Big D saying, "I don't want to be a father." He was definitely there. It's time for Mav to finally go down for all the crime she committed. Nah, that's the season. That's the series finale.
That's it. That's when the series is over, and I believe it's gonna be season 5, and we're done.
You think?
No, because I think that Eva is having some stuff in her real life that she's trying to get back with her ex-husband. She's raising her 3 boys. She's got new businesses that she just opened up. So she's going on with her life. And I think, if she's gonna continue to do that, she probably needs to be freed up from this show, right? Have more time with all of them.
And again, this was done during the writers and actors strike. So this season's probably not going to be as long anyway as a regular season, like in the 20s of episodes. So also that too. It's such a popular show. I could see maybe Tyler she goes away, but she is the show. Like it would be hard to send her to jail, and all of a sudden, who's going to run everything? Tommy? Like it's like that's not. She's too critical to and I don't know.
Anything, I believe that she'll go off into like an island somewhere. Like I think she's gonna escape from all of this, and I think who she's gonna end up with is Raphael. Because at the end of the day, I think he actually does love her, and she loves him. I do.
Well, again, that would be a beautiful to the series, but I mean, Tyler got a lot of irons in the fire, so maybe he's like, I can let this one go, and he might try to do some kind of spinoff. So Quincy is going to avenge. Nah, that's not happening. I don't see him taking on Bubblegum's situation. It's a sad story, but Rayshawn still don't know that Trouble killed Champ. I think that ship is sailed. I don't think we're gonna get back to that, but I forgot about that myself. The show should be called All the Queen's Men and an Annoying Woman.
Yeah, Trouble is annoying. She really is. But I still like that actress. I think that she's doing a good job at being annoying. So she's fine. I think she's in the show. Yeah.
For who she is, she fits fine for her character. I mean, and she definitely is committed to such. Dr. Fong is Madam's doctor. Tandy should have known that Madam owns her. She didn't tell her that when didn't she tell her that when she was going to win the election? Yeah, so it's just more again to like reestablish to be like, hey, let's remember how this works, and maybe just for us because so many things happen with Tandy and stuff. Just so we can remember how all that went down. I know I can't keep all that stuff straight. Who's flying the drone? We have to figure that out. Big D is conning El Fuego. You think so? See,
maybe. Why would he do that? Why would Big D do that? Tell us, Deborah.
Yeah. What do you think? Because I think. Oh, hold. El Fuego parts are boring.
They are. I'm sorry. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I don't really care about what Fuego is going through because he's going through ups and downs, and I'm like, he's just not a prominent character. Like I care more about Midnight and Doc than I do about Fuego. I don't care. And personally, I don't like Amp, the character.
Yeah.
But I would rather have him than to care about Fuego.
El Fuego. He's again. I think he's a legitimate dancer, right? He's one. Is he an actual actor?
I believe all of them are real dancers. All of them.
Well, except for Amp. I mean, Amp is an actor playing it.
No, Amp is an actor. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm saying because he can't act really. Like El Fuego is not a good actor. So the situation is there's a lot of drama there that they could work with, but he can't really act. So his portrayal of the dialogue is just flat. And even D, he is an actual stripper or whatever. But D, to me, his acting is better than El Fuego.
Yeah, I can see D as like just the way he talks and things like that. I can see. I kind of like, okay, I'm good with D, but Fuego is like,
Oh, Fuego, he just
what are
flat.
you doing? Yeah.
It just don't make any sense. But like, I like Big D's. Like, hey, bro, you gotta live your life. You never know what's gonna happen. And so I don't. So I don't know if he's playing him, but he definitely is not. He's surely not as guilt ridden as a Fuego is.
Because
Which,
D is a ghetto dude. He's like, I mean, you kill people, you move on with your life. Fuego is not a killer. This whole thing. That's why I'm like, why did they even steer the story this way? Because he's not what they're trying to make him out to be. He was the computer guy. He was the one that broke into concierge's stuff and did all these things.
Yeah, he was gonna get out and do crypto or some shit. Like he's
Right.
not. So, but then it's acting. Like they can take the nerd who gets put into a situation where he has to act out and that kind of thing, but he cannot act. Like if someone raped and killed my girlfriend and I'm seeking vengeance, again, I'm on edge all the time. I'm not just, hello, let me dance today, and let me get mad and then be scared, and now I'm crying about killing two people who raped and killed my girlfriend. Like, none of this makes sense. But again, that's more dialogue, but it's his execution. Like, he's not a good actor, so the scenes don't really matter. And that kind of stuff. It's just hard to see him. Sky Black is a real dancer. He danced for Beyonce. And I was like, but he's not. I guess what I'm saying, he's not a stripper. Like, Midnight
okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
So no, so I'm saying my sense of like Midnight Doc, there are strippers who are now acting as strippers. Like, these are not. I mean, a lot of actors are dancers. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm saying like, and I think El Fuego is also a stripper, who had got an acting gig, what I'm saying, and that's different. But that's what I mean by that. Did they say that he was working for the president, or he was just a guest at the event? That was a few years ago. He was a guest at the event, and I think you're talking about like season 2. I think is when the concierge took Madam to the White House. They got on the private jet and flew up there. I think that's what you're talking about. And he was just a guest, but they did have some kind of relationship. Madam could say something about Raphael Damascus working for the president. Remember when Raphael? So they were having. No, I don't think that he was working for. That's not the impression I got. I thought he was just there. Yeah. What about the Black Rock Boys? That's a good platter. Black Rock Boys. Because like, I mean, that whole, she runs a gang. She took over from her father. Like, there was a narrative that we were giving that she kind of took the gang over from her father.
Well, from Carla too, because remember, it was like the dad, and then when the dad was pretending to have dementia, Carla was running them.
Oh, really?
Because remember, Carla was running them, and then Matt was like, "No, bitch,
no, they belong to me."
Running them. Yeah.
So I mean, they could bring the sister in. I mean, there's some things they could be doing with it. Maybe some of the stuff comes out when she gets on the stand. Thank you, Candy. You saw this story also. Sorry. Tiana Taylor could replace Madam in running the Club Eden, or replace Club Eden with Club Drip. Remember, Gene Marcus runs Club. So that. Yes, but now Tiana Taylor, she's going to be on that Ryan Murphy show. I'm not sure how long she's going to be on it. But there's a lawyer show coming out that she's a part of. I mean, she's doing a lot of acting. She did the Tyler Perry movie Straw. She was in the back of that. I mean, she got to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? So so I mean, that would be good. I don't know if she could bring the same energy though. Like, I think Eva brings a very unique type of persona to the screen, and
she's made it her own. I don't feel like they can replace Eva. I just don't. This is Eva. It's like someone trying to replace Kerry Washington in Scandal. It can't happen.
Yeah.
Or Elise Keaton, right? Viola Davis being replaced. You can't replace a Viola Davis with someone else to play Elise Keaton. It's embedded in this woman, in these women, right? The character. So it's like, you can't do that. So I think that they're gonna end the show, but end it in a way that, Madam gets away with it, because that's what we love to see, right? We know she's horrible. but we're
Well,
rooting for her, right?
yeah. Well, and so again, I don't think they were discussing like replacing her, but even bring like a rival who kind of takes over the show, like kind of becomes the front.
Okay, I can see that.
But you would have to build that up, I think, and then like
Yes.
over a couple of episodes to establish, Tiana Taylor's character and that sort of thing. But there's a certain level of just persona that that Eva brings to the character that she would have to bring for people to be like, okay, I'm riding her out until Madam, triumphantly returns after a while. Unless she's some kind of other sister, because her daddy was just slinging it all over the place. So, and that could be a thing too. It could be a fourth sister at this point. And she takes over for Madam. That's very possible. And so that'd be kind of interesting. I don't root for Madam. I'm Team Davis. You're Team Davis.
Really? I'm not. Team Davis. She's treacherous too.
She's Team Madam. Yeah, she trifle. I mean, she Team Madam at this point. I mean, because she would marry Doc in a minute if he would let her.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And she generally was trying to work for Madam after a while. Will we ever find the woman Amp had sex with? He killed in the shower.
Didn't they bury her in the backyard? It was him.
Rolled her in her body in the rug. In the rug with Midnight.
Yeah.
I think
they had to dig her up. Remember when the cops was going in the back of the club?
Oh, there was a couple of bodies. But yeah, too. That body will probably never come up, in the point of conversation. Again, the gay man or whatever who assaulted Lola's husband. I mean, he would make an interesting witness if we ever can find him. It's a lot of victims in Madam's web that we would know. All those rednecks that she murdered.
That just kind of went away. It was like these people look like there's tons of rednecks dead here. I mean, and no offense, I'm just saying that's what they were called.
That was the characters. That was the character's
name.
Or like again, the as you said, the halfway house is full of a former convicts trying to do better with themselves. She killed all of those, just blew up the whole house. And because of Amp, really, and then that Master Top. Thank you. I guess he was a power top, if you will. But yes, Madam getting away is predictable and boring. So in my only show I've seen him end was like the Have and Have Nots, and like everybody damn near died. And then I remember like they said that Tyler doesn't know how to end a show. Like it's just kind of pandemonium, I guess. But a lot of shows do that when they really get to that final season. A lot of characters start dropping off, and for some reason. And then it's so how do they wrap it up? I don't know. I mean, Breaking Bad, Power, Original Power. A lot of shows go through that. Dexter was in the bed when Madam pushed him out the window. The guy name was Dexter. So I remember, and it was like he was one of the rednecks that lived, that robbed. But ultimately, it was all of them. Dexter wasn't. So okay, rewrite it, DeMarcus. Dexter wasn't in the bed when Madam pushed him out of the window. That don't make sense. I think that's another thing. Anyway, we got again. I think probably is next week the end of it. I mean, because
I don't actually know how many
episodes are left. Hey, DeMarcus, do you know how many episodes are in the rest of this season? Because I feel like if she's getting on the stand, it won't be too much longer. But I feel like the psychiatrist needs to go this season. I don't see her and making it to 5. But have they said they got renewed for season 5? I don't even know that.
I don't think so.
I'm sure it will be. But if he wants it, because again he got Beauty in Black. Already was season 2, part 1 coming out, and we will do that. I'm assuming the Oval is gonna come back at some point, minus Dale. What's going on with that? Like that is just quietly in the background. But we got that that we do. Sisters, divorce sisters. So like that. So I mean, he has a lot of irons in the fire. Also, that Madam is testifying in this episode. I think she will have evidence on the prosecuting attorney and Tandy. Yeah, I mean, I don't think she will bring it up because ultimately she'll be, she'll be incriminating herself. And maybe how Rods was manipulating, the government to kind of prosecute her. Maybe. She may try to go that route. But again, I mean, I can't see it going. I can't see it going too many more episodes.
I can't tell. It says 11, but we're going on episode 15 next week. So
it will be a break after episode 5. Episode 5? Oh, episode 15, I think you're saying. There's gonna be a break after episode 15.
Yeah, probably.
And then
because
all right.
only one season had 20 episodes, and that was season 2. Season 3 had 16, and season 1 had 10.
Oh, all right. So this is probably wrapping up next episode, or at least probably after that. And then we'll find other things to do. Anything else for all the queens and the men?
No, I mean, like I said, for me, this was a filler episode, and it went really quickly. So I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, it was okay. It was okay. So we'll see what happens next week. Hopefully, we get like a really good cliffhanger, because I don't think that she needs to do a plea. I think I don't really like this lawyer. I wish she had like a woman lawyer who is like a pit bull, like in a dress, like really just goes after.
You must say pit bull in the skirt.
Yeah, I mean, like Eve.
Yeah, right. I was like, man, what she say? I fuck till I come. I remember. I don't know if she's gonna bring that up anymore. But I remember when she was with the Rough Riders. She was the first lady of Rough Riders. So,
yes, and she was a pit bull in a dress. She said it herself.
Yeah. I remember all that. So yeah, I don't know. So warning for those who have nut allergies: don't buy something without checking first. That's right. That shit was again.
Keep an EpiPen on your person.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Like period.
Yes.
Now, this, you know how many people die in restaurants?
Yes.
Or they're outside enjoying, a barbecue, and they get stung by a bee, and they're like dead on the ground because they got stung because nobody had an EpiPen. It's like,
yes.
Yeah.
Remember that Marcus was Madam's attorney at first. So she got a new one. Pitbull and a skirt. It was I remember. I mean, it was early 2000s. It was a thing. And a woman had to be hard.
Mine. I mean, she said it. So
no. I'm just saying. But again, as you get older, get some kids. You start like. It's like, the things, a little bit, again, as she trying to tell us her memoirs, saying how she remembered. Because I don't remember her bringing up the Rough Riders. And I read her book, though. I think she
yeah, I'm going to read her book. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
All right. So tomorrow we're doing Hunting Wives. That will be our, that's about 8 episodes, so I'm working through that. Next week, when Stacy is finally available, we will be doing South Africans. So we got Fatal's Seduction. We'll be doing that. And Blood Legacy. Blood Legacy, I do believe. So that would be that. Yeah, she was the first lady of Rough Riders. I remember back in my day, my hip hop history. And that kind of stuff. So and then again, September, a lot of stuff coming in September, right? So we got all the Queen's Men. Reasonable Doubt. Reasonable Doubt is September 18th. We will be doing that week to week. We got Generation V, which we're gonna do it probably the first 3 episodes as a video, then maybe do the rest of the season and some other things. Have you seen Toxic AF on Tubi? I have not. I don't know.
It good? I mean,
yeah, Marcus. Is it good, Marcus? Because don't be just saying random shit. So we gotta, you gotta let us know if it's worth my commitment. Which shows are better? Which are better shows on to BT Plus?
Oh wow, that's a good question though.
Hitter, I think.
Yeah.
Tubi BT Plus has shows. Like Tubi has no, so I would say shit. That's not true because you got like you're right. You got the Lisa B series, that kind. I think BT. Damn it! Now I gotta think about this. if you separate Tyler Perry, I think from BET Plus, they don't got a lot. So it's really Tyler Perry versus everybody else. I mean, if you think about it. But BET Plus has provided stuff here and there. But I think Tubi is more consistent. Damascus. Demarcus. I think I want to do that.
You talking about that one on that's on Tubi, right?
Yeah. Damascus.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. I said I was gonna try to check it out this afternoon. It looks interesting. I do see that the Black on Prime guys, they actually did a review on it. The YouTube guys. So I'm gonna see if I like it. See if it's a pretty good movie. It looks interesting.
It's a series, so be careful.
Oh,
so
is it a series? Okay.
It's a series.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm like. So that's all I was like. I saw it and I was like, oh, this looks kind of like maybe it's something different. They both have good. They both have good things. And there's hits and there's misses on every platform. I would say.
In my opinion, I feel like Tubi has so much. It has a bigger catalog of movies. They come out seem like every day there's something new on Tubi, right? And that doesn't mean that it's a good thing, because some of them are not good. But on BET, they very they come out with a movie, right? And it's like maybe 2 movies within 6 months. It's not like Tubi. Tubi is constantly throwing movies at you, constant, like boom, 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 boom. And so to me, I can't compare them. BET doesn't have as many movies as Tubi.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same volume. You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. So like Tubi has far more volume than the paid streaming channels, but when BET does put out something, for the most part, it's much more consistent professional production value. Even if the writing is crap, the production value is there where they tried to make a movie, not just pull out an iPhone and see what happens. As some with the Tubi stuff, you gotta be careful with that. The movie reminded me of the first episode of The Oval when both husband and wife. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, that was insane. That was he keeps a gig. Oh yeah. He keeps working. Benny. I'll say Benny. He will always be Benny to me. Or Diamond. I was like, he's but yeah, and he got he got a kid, you know what I'm saying? He got to pay bills. And a wife, both. I mean, I don't know what she's doing for working. But they're still doing that. Anyway, so then tomorrow again we'll do the Hunting Wives. Kim, anything else as we do this?
No, I mean, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. We love you guys. Thank you for joining the conversation. Continue to join, share. Like. Bye. See you tomorrow.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great evenings. Tomorrow, 4:00. I think I said Hunting Wives. Come check us out before you watch it or after, or whatever. It's an interesting show. And stay tuned. And please leave permanent comments on the videos. So thank you, Marcus. We appreciate that. I will get to your comments to the other videos. But again, truly thank you. I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching, people in the chat.
I enjoy the view very much. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You're gonna be like, oh shit.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
You go
Oh shit. Stacey, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
But anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just gonna end this broadcast and say bye.